Hello. So, this is going to be the first time that all of you are seeing my face. This is pretty terrifying for me. I don't want to make a huge deal about this. I haven't announced that I would be doing this, but I will talk about why very quickly I have decided to take this step. I have been a faceless creator for years now. That's mostly been over on my other platforms, TikTok and Instagram. And all of my videos here were kind of similar, different in a way. I've always felt that YouTube has been more of a wholesome creative experience for me compared to other platforms where everything I do is quite curated, and I do enjoy that as well. But this year I want to focus more on what I'm doing here because it does feel more authentic to me. I find the experience more enjoyable these days. I still feel very new to what I'm doing here, and I've enjoyed learning about what I like and dislike or what works and doesn't. But with the direction I'd like to go here and my focus here moving forward and wanting to make more of a connection with my viewers, I felt like this was a necessary step for me. And it is something that I did consider for a long time. Instagram and TikTok, I've never felt limited with what I am doing there. Over here, it has been more of a challenge. I do also just want to be able to pop in like this and chat about what I've got going on and also talk about books, which has always been the main focus of what I'm doing. And I feel like being able to talk about books in this kind of way feels a lot more natural. Hopefully you will enjoy it as well. And as I said, it's not too shocking. So those are my other reasons and why I'm here today. On that note, I'm going to talk about what I'm reading at the moment. It's the beginning of January, obviously, so nothing too crazy. I am still reading Murakami's 1Q84. So I started this over a month ago, I believe. It's a pretty big book, and I have been reading other things at the same time. I have about 200 pages left now, though. So my goal is to finish this book this weekend. I read this book years ago, as I've mentioned, but I don't remember a lot of it. So it's kind of like reading it for the first time again, almost, which is great. Now that I'm getting to the end, things are really wrapping up. I may even be able to finish this today if I don't get too distracted. I also want to get into using my reading journal this year. This one is from the Quirky Cup Collective, which is an Australian brand that I worked with last year. I was very lucky to work with them. I really like their stuff. This is from the Serpents and Swords collection. Everything felt very me with the color scheme. Even though I got this last year, I didn't start using it just because I was a bit busy at the end of last year. And since it's January, this seems like a good time to just start fresh. I like that there's the opportunity to do some quick reviews. And it just seems very prompting, which will make it a lot easier for me when I'm putting my reviews together. Another thing I really want to do this weekend is do a bit of journaling. So I've got my Travelers Company journal here. I always seem to start the year off saying that I will journal every single day. I really admire people who do that. For me, I always find that I kind of drop off. So for something more achievable, I'm aiming to just journal at least once every couple of days. And I did start doing this in December, which was really important for me because I was feeling really stressed from the end of November till now, basically. But I found that this really helped me out a lot to just kind of take a moment every day, just write down how I was feeling. Another thing I've really enjoyed with journaling is making spreads like this. I've only done a few in the past year, but it was really inspired by my Patreon members on my Discord. We have a little journaling club where we sometimes post our journal spreads or our reading review pages, and there've been some really nice ones shared there that really inspired me. So I want to do a bit more of that this year because I also have a huge sticker collection too. So it's been good to actually use them instead of hoarding them up. This weekend, I will just be having a quiet one like I do pretty much every weekend. I feel like I'm always saying that. I am also in that cliche January reset phase. I really like the start of the year and doing that though. I did just put some new lights on my desk. I replaced the ones on there to give it a bit of an upgrade because I was not really happy with those ones that I had. So I'm going to show you that as well. I have been gaming a lot lately. I showed in my last video that I was about to start playing Elden Ring, which I discussed with a few of you. Thank you to everybody who sent me those amazing lore videos. I've been watching those and kind of trying to wrap my head around the many layers of lore of the world of Elden Ring. It's a really beautiful game. So hopefully going to get in a bit of gaming as well. But my main focus this weekend will be reading and finishing 1Q84 and then deciding what I'm going to read next.